What is up, heroes? It's Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Corpse Party Book of Shadows. In the last episode, we finished up all of the endings for Chapter 5, and there were quite a few of them going back and editing. That was about an hour-long episode. This one will definitely not be that long. Just taking a look real quick at the endings we have for Chapter 6. They're just so, well, much fewer of them. I think there are only 2 left. Yeah, 2 and 3. And I've got my my handy-dandy Corpse Party guide up on the left here, and it seems like they're not too difficult, endings to get, so it shouldn't take nearly as long. Also, because we have that extra time, and because of a couple, comments on the last episode, it does seem like it's a good idea to check out that one bonus scene from Chapter 5. So I think we'll start off by taking a look at what that bonus scene was. It's not going to take too long, if I recall correctly, and then we'll hop into the endings for Chapter 6, and then we can finally start Chapter 7. I'm pretty excited, and I hope you guys are too. But regardless, let's check out that bonus scene. Alright, so here we are. Apparently this is where the new scene is going to come up. You've seen this quite a few times. We see, what's his name? Taguchi? Yeah, Taguchi across the hall, and stuff is going to happen. This was the branching point last time to lead to those 2 alternate endings that you can only get after completing the chapter, but now it's going to be a little bit different, if I recall correctly. Something hit me hard right in the back of the head. I began descending face first towards the ground. Felt like I was falling in slow motion though. The ground just kept coming. Oh, wait a minute. This was what we already saw from some of the wrong endings. I think it comes with... Oh, that's right. So there's like the normal stuff where he attacks Fukuroi and then he goes after Mitsuki and everything. But then there's a point where we have to choose to go upstairs or stay. And if you stay, what will happen is you end up going towards that one wrong ending where if you turn around, there's something that happens. But there's actually the bonus scene in between that. So if we head up to the 2nd floor, we get those 2 ones where we're chased by the zombie man. But if we go to the covered walkway, that's like the back onto the normal track. But we get this bonus scene. So let's take a look at what's going on. We're back at the exit on the 2nd wing. Oh, poor Mitsuki. Poor thing. She's gonna be terrified. And rightfully so, right? Wait, Kurosaki's in here somewhere too. I have to warn him. Are you gonna be able to find him though? That's the real question. I ran anywhere and everywhere looking for Kurosaki, screaming his name at the top of my lungs. But he was simply nowhere to be found. I'm sure that's a great way to get found. Kurosaki, where are you? Kurosaki! And are we going to find Kurosaki? Or are we not going to find Kurosaki? We're in the art room now. Not in here either. I had no idea when that horrible, expressionless man would show up again with his giant hammer. Every little sound was making me cower in fear. What I needed was a weapon. Something to defend myself with. There had to be something like that in here, right? Something in here to defend ourselves with. I guess we can start looking around. There's nothing of interest here. That creep could come barging in. I have to find a weapon. I'm well aware. Don't worry. I'm well aware you need to find a weapon. Maybe in here? Nothing of interest here. Yes, I get it. Don't worry. I understand the sense of urgency. Hit him with an easel. Is there something on the ground I'm just missing? Doesn't look like it. What about over here? Nothing of interest here. Ceiling. Maybe on the ceiling. The class board. I don't know. I'm not really seeing much, Mitsuki. I'm really not. Maybe these shelves? Oh, that's what it was. There's an oversized chisel in one of the drawers. I guess it's better than nothing. This could be used as a weapon. I just need to hide somewhere. Darn it, stop shaking. Wait, don't tell me I have to choose where to hide again. This didn't turn out so well last time. I carefully took the chisel into my quaking hands. I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to fend off an attacker with it, but it was certainly better than nothing. That's very true. Are we gonna run into an attacker though? Kurosaki
どこ行ったのよ。
really isn't around. Where the heck could he have gone?
また廊下の穴の形とか変わってる。今なら黒崎と合流できるのに。
It looks like the holes in the floors have been shifted around again, which means I should be able to meet up with Kurosaki now.
黒い。ごめんね。私一人で逃げて。
Fukuroi, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I ran without you. I understand why she feels guilty. I think it was the better decision, but I understand why she feels guilty.
怖くて。怖くて。頭の中パニクって。
I was just so scared and I panicked.
クロエは私のこと構ってくれてたのに。臆病者だよね。私。
You protected me up to the bitter end, Fukuroi. I'm such a coward.
もし私が男で勇気と力があったら、黒崎や木南くんみたいな強い男子だったら。
If only I were a boy.
のこと
A big,
助けられたのに。
strong boy like Kurosaki or Kizami, overflowing with courage and strength, then maybe I could have saved him. Don't worry, Mitsuki. I'll make a man out of you. I think that's actually Lizzie's like favorite Disney movie at the moment. One of the more recent ones, I think Coco, I actually watched that with her, might have taken that title, but I'm pretty sure Mulan is still her number one. But regardless, I mean, there's some strength or some truth to it. What she's saying here, right? Like a guy on average would probably be stronger than Mitsuki, but like we all know how strong this, expressionless man in her eyes is, and that it really doesn't even matter, come fire, come whatever weapons, slashes, it's not really gonna matter regardless.
誰か来る。誰さっきのあいつだったら私。
Somebody's coming. Who is it? If it's that man again, it's gonna give me the option to approach it or to run away, because we know how that worked last time.
Yamamoto. 無事か?
Is that Kizami? Yamamoto, you okay? It is indeed Kizami. I don't know if I'd be so happy to see Kizami. Mitsuki, you better hold that chisel closely.
探したぞ.
I've been looking all over for you. Tall and handsome, but always just a little on edge. True edgelord. He never changed one bit. This was Yuya Kizami, one of my classmates.
木南くん。フクロウが。エミも。二人とも。
Aww. Kizami, Fukuroi was, and Emi, they were both.
山本。大丈夫。大丈夫だ。事情は大体わかってる。
Yamamoto, もう大丈夫。なぜって私が来た。Shout out to those of you that get that. But Yamamoto, it's alright. Everything is going to be alright. I understand the situation more or less.
だって二人とも殺されたんだよ。あの変な男に。
But they were both killed by that creepy looking man. It was horrible.
ああ、知ってる。さっき、俺も見た。
Yeah, I know. I saw them too. Kizami seems to be handling it a lot better. Probably creepily better than the average person would.
この彫刻刀は、これでそいつと戦おうなんて思ったのか。
What's that chisel you have there? Were you planning to fight him with it?
私なんかじゃかなわないだろうけど、でもただ殺されるよりはって。
I don't think I'd be able to do much, but I didn't want to be killed without a fight, you know?
バカだな、山本。こんなもの必要ないんだよ。
How silly. You don't need any such thing, Yamamoto. Huh? Is he trying to disarm her? What? Kizami cupped my right hand between both of his, as if consoling me, and gently removed the chisel from my grip. He was so gentlemanly about it, his touch soft and caring. I don't like that at all. Kizami?
俺が、今、お前の恐怖を、すっきり終わらせてやる。
I'll allay all your fears myself, forevermore. Of course, typical Kizami fashion, takes the weapon from the victim and then uses said weapon to attack victim. Of course.
かわすか動けるな山本
Huh. Nice reflexes. Now, don't move, Yamamoto.
何するの？冗談は？
What are you... No. Please tell me you're just kidding around.
あんまり変わらないと思うけどね
Uh,
俺が本気でも冗談でも山本が死ぬことにはさ
Yikes. Do I look like I'm kidding? Though I guess I wouldn't look much different either way, really. Not about you dying, Yamamoto. Another swipe. What was going on? Why was he doing this?
なんで？何？やだよ、やめて。
What? Why? No, please, don't do this.
さっきの話だけど一個訂正な袋井は殴られて死んだんじゃない
Regarding our dead friends, there is one fatal misconception you seem to have made. Fukuroi didn't die from the hammer wounds inflicted upon him.
刺されて死んだんだよこんな感じでブスッと
Rather, he was stabbed to death, kind of like this. Ha! Yikes. Yo, get running, Mitsuki, get running!
逃げるのか疲れるだろあまり無理するなよ
Haha, you intend to run then? You know I'll catch you. Such a waste of effort. Yikes. That's gotta be pretty crushing. To think you're finally, out of danger's grasp. Or at least you have someone on your side. And then to have them only disarm you and then try to kill you. Why? Why? Why would he do so? Or why would he do something like this?
みんなで普通に遊んで勉強してバカな話して笑っていつまでも友達だって
I want to mess around with everyone again. To hold study groups. To gossip. To smile and laugh. We were supposed to be friends forever.
それなのに
Together
わ
forever.
からないよ
Shout out to, I think the first episode of my original Corpse Party Tortured Souls Let's Play. I think I titled it that. But really more so, shout out to the Pokemon To Be a Master soundtrack from, I think, Pokemon the first movie. Oh, I think it's just actually a collection of soundtracks from the very first season. Absolute classics. Vermilion City, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So why? Why has it come to this? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Why can't I trust him? I can't trust anyone anymore. Yikes. And so now we awaken as Morishige, and we know something bad happens to Mitsuki. I guess if you were to play through that other ending where you see the kind of like false Mitsuki after having played as her like this, that would probably add to the effect. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But regardless, that's the bonus scene. There now, of course, the typical endings. With that being said, I will probably just finish off the chapter as normal. And then I'll see you guys when we start messing around with wrong ends in Chapter 6. So, if you needed any more convincing that I'm playing through this game blind, it turns out the cutscene is not over, and there is more of a bonus scene after this, even if you choose the route that we did last time. So, I skipped through it really fast and then loaded the save file, and we're playing back here. Let's continue taking a look at this extra little footage. So we are not going to look back. And, of course, Mitsuki's going to show up like normal. Obviously,
来ないで
stay back! We understand why she feels like this. She's cracked pretty much. She doesn't think she can trust anyone. This is pretty normal. What's wrong? Where's Fukuroi?
来るなんてば
錯乱してるみたいだな
Yeah, we're gonna skip through this real quick.
触るな
This is the same as the original one too.
おかしいって思ったんだ
Yeah, really, really poor Mitsuki. But
私は騙さ
生きている人間を
so now, gone already, is she? Now we move into something that is more of a bonus, and we follow up with Mitsuki rather than just go straight to Morishige's comments after seeing Mitsuki's dead body. Yeah. I ran as fast as I could, as far as I could. It was obvious to me now that even Morishige was out of his mind. There was no one left I could trust.
上だ上へ逃げれば
Upstairs. I'll run upstairs.
Yo,
Yikes.
Yamamoto.
That face. Well now, it's Yamamoto. Huh? Did he already catch up to us? Without even a moment's hesitation, my classmate Kizami suddenly swung a giant chisel in my general direction, narrowly missing me.
大丈夫か?
Are you okay? Yo, you better get back to running. Admittedly, though, I think she's kind of done for at this point. Stay back! I mean, we know she's done for, but...
無理するなよ。体力は温存しておかないと。
You're free to attempt an escape, but don't push too hard. You wouldn't want to overexert yourself, after all. No, no! And, of course, she tries to run. Understandably, right? I can't blame her for running. Is this a more suitable location? Are you okay? Why does he keep asking if she's okay? Obviously she's not okay. And you of all people should understand why. Please, just stop.
え? 何をだ?
Stop what exactly?
ひどいことしないでよ。私、あんたに何もしてないじゃん。
Stop being so cruel. I haven't done anything to you. Sadly, some people feel cruel without even having been wronged by someone. That's true, and I certainly couldn't take it back if I were to do something like, say, this. A sudden burning pain shot through my body, shaking my whole field of vision. The fat, dull blade of the chisel had been forcibly plunged deep into my thigh, all the way up to the handle. Yikes.
感触がやはり違うんだな。男と女とでは。なるほど。
I see. So the sensation really is different with a woman than it is with a man. There wasn't much I could do to resist. Not only had he knocked me over, but he was kneeling on the backs of my hands, holding me in place quite effectively. Yeah, there's not really much. Oh, Mitsuki.
正直だ、その反応。嘘をつかない奴は好感が持てる。
That's what I like to hear. Pure honesty. I do so hate it when people lie about their pain.
本番と行くか、こいつで。
It's time to go all the way now, with this. Kizami Yuya had a twisted grin on his face. He slowly brought his right hand into view, and in it was a proper knife, glinting in the dull light. Oh no. Oh no. Why? How can you do this?
山本、ほら、ここ。お前の腹に行くぞ。
Yamamoto, here, this is going into your belly. I could feel Kizami reach up from under my skirt and press the cold blade of the knife against my abdomen. That's not how you should go about doing this, Kizami. A little bit of respect at the very least. And then with one thrust, the knife was completely inside my body. My thoughts became jumbled. The pain was so intense, it felt like my brain was on fire. It took me a moment to process the sensation of a foreign body lodged unnaturally within me. I could feel all the blood gushing out from the wound. Oh. Yikes.
いいぜ、山本。その調子だ。いい声聞かせてくれよ。
Nice, Yamamoto. That's the spirit. Let me hear those primal screams. I never felt anything even remotely like this before in my entire life. I couldn't even describe it if I wanted to. The pain receptors in my body were off the charts. I couldn't comprehend the things I was feeling. But despite my confusion and agony, I knew one thing for certain. If I couldn't stop this from happening right now, I was going to die. Every part of me was in agreement on that. My nerve endings were screaming it. My brain could focus on little else. I might as well have been on fire. It couldn't hurt any more than what I was experiencing. Oh, poor Mitsuki. No, it was too late for me. I could tell that the wounds inflicted were irreversible, irreparable. I had to accept it. I was going to die. I'd begun vomiting blood, and it was beginning to lodge itself in my respiratory tract. Breathing was becoming harder and harder with each passing moment. My abdomen had been completely minced at this point, and the pain was so intense that I wished I could just leave my body altogether. My arms and legs were cold and numb, and my sense of reality was beginning to waver. My last breath couldn't be far behind. And yet, Kizami Yuya was smiling. It was a distant, relaxed smile, as of someone looking up at the stairs, or smelling a stars, or smelling a rose. It was the smile of a psychopath, the smile of a person about to end my life. For no particular reason.
ちょっと声が小さくなってきたんじゃないか。もっと聞かせてくれよ。
My, you've gotten awfully quiet. I'd love it if you'd howl for me again.
誰が前なんかに
In your dreams, you creep. I couldn't believe those words were coming out of my mouth. I could barely speak through all the blood I was spewing. But I was standing my ground.
あ
Huh?
意地でもお前の思い通りに
I will not perform for you, no matter what. Interesting. I would say, like, I will not, like, go along with how you, like, think it's supposed to go. Or I will not, like, go along with what you're thinking or what you want. For just a moment, Kizami Yuya's psychotic grin turned into a bitter, scornful frown. But then as quickly as it had vanished, the smile returned.
なんだそりゃ。抵抗のつもりか。我慢なんてするなよ。
The heck is that? You trying to stand up to me? Don't hold back on my account.
Oi!
Hey. Wow. Mitsuki's showing him. Mitsuki's showing him. I love it. Kind of. I mean, like, pretty sucky situation, but...
声が小さいぞ。ほら、叫べよ。言いてんだろ。会話しようぜ、会話。
What's wrong? You're too quiet. Scream. Darn it, it hurts, right? Give me some dialogue, something to work with. This music. Is that a piano?
なんか言うことあるんだろ。泣きたいだろ。命乞いしたいだろ。
You got nothing to say to me? You don't want to cry? Beg for your life, maybe? I was concentrating so hard on biting my lip and holding my mouth closed that I swear I'd forgotten how to breathe. I think I even broke my molars from the sheer force of my determination not to yield to Kizami's twisted desires, and I didn't even care. I'd have no use for my teeth ever again anyway. I wouldn't be eating anything where I was going. I wouldn't scream for him to stop, I wouldn't call for help, and I wouldn't beg for my life. My life was already over. All I had left was the knowledge that I'd go out quietly, without giving this sick freak any measure of satisfaction.
俺の方を向けよ。無視するなよ。話せよ。言葉を。
Look at me! Don't ignore me! Talk to me! Beg me to spare you! He was beyond redemption. There was absolutely nothing I could say or do to help him. I could either waste away silently or feed his psychosis. I could never make him understand how I felt at that moment. I could never convey to him just what he'd done to me. Death was my best and only option. Wow.
山本さん、
Really well done. Really well done.
君も死んだのか。
Yeah, Yamamoto. So now you're dead too, and I think this is where it continues as normal. So we'll skip ahead and yikes, maybe that wasn't the same. Maybe that wasn't the same. No, I'll go back. I'll go back. Alright, we're back. My apologies, you guys. I keep thinking the scene is over, and then it just keeps going. This was definitely the body of Yamamoto Mitsuki. Her stomach and abdomen had been stabbed dozens upon dozens of times and were practically liquefied. They looked a bit like gazpacho. Her body was still warm to the touch too, meaning her death must have only just occurred.
不思議なもんだな。ほんの数分前に話した人間がこうして死んでいるっていうのは。
How strange it feels to see a person dead after just speaking with her mere minutes ago.
だけど山本さん
But, Yamamoto-san,
綺麗だ
you're beautiful.
でも綺麗だ
You're exquisite.
さっきまでとは雲泥の差だ
Yikes, the transformation is night and day.
君は今完全に自分の全てをさらけ出して無抵抗だ
Here you lie, fully exposed and unrestrained, but utterly helpless. Typical Morishige.
いいよね君を連れて行くよ
You don't mind, do you? If I take you with me, that is. I withdrew my phone, flipped it open, and switched over to camera mode, where I immediately set about framing her remains at just the right angle. Yikes. I didn't mind. Wait a minute. Let me see if this is exactly what I think it is. Is this the right button? Nope, that's not the right button. Is it circle? I didn't mind if it was just her image on that tiny screen. Yep, I knew it, guys. I knew it. There's a panty shot. This is typical Corpse Party. I thought maybe we had gotten away from it, but even in the alternate endings, Corpse Party is Corpse Party. To me, it was as good as having the real thing in my pocket. The appeal was identical. It was as if I could freeze time on this moment and preserve her just the way she was. Oh, yikes.
やっぱりだ
Yikes.
俺自身の目で見て触れ
That does not look good.
こうして縄の君を知ったから
Admittedly, she doesn't look as, like, gathered and, like, confident as she actually was when she died. It's exactly as I thought. I can see, feel you, smell your wretched odor, all because I knew you. Yikes.
生きていた時の君を見て声を聞き感情に触れていたから
All because I saw you and heard your voice and was moved by your plight when you were alive.
見てくれよ
Just look at this.
こんなに綺麗に通れたもう君は俺だけのものだ
Look at what a perfect shot this is. You shall forevermore be mine, and mine alone. Yikes.
たまらないたまらない君はひどいやつだな
I can't get enough. I just can't get enough. What a cruel beast you are.
俺をこんなに興奮させて心をかき乱して
Getting me this excited, stirring my feelings. Yikes. And now, I believe it goes to the normal ending.
どこか
I should find some place to collect myself. That's right, I can always go back there. Okay, now it's the normal ending. Let's talk real quick about that bonus scene. I thought it was really cool. It was really well done. Not too much more to say. I mean, like, Kizami did Kizami things. We get a little bit of extra perception on what happens with Mitsuki behind the scenes. We get a little bit more characterization of Morishige. Get, I guess, good art of the corpse of Mitsuki. And, yeah, it was a cool little side thing. I appreciate it. I still think it would have been really difficult to stumble upon this if you were actually playing through the game just normally. But it's neat that they decided to do so. So, yeah, now we can officially end this chapter. Okay. So we have finally cleared it again, and I don't think there's any, like, tracking of that ending, per se, or that cutscene, so it's not like we're actually really getting credit for it, but I am glad I experienced it. Thank you guys for indicating that I should go through that, even if it took a few tries to actually get all of it. But now, we can finally head to Chapter 6, and finally get those last two wrong ends. I'll see you for that. Alright, so here we are Yuka trying to escape, with our lives at least, and if you remember, when we ran for the door, it did not turn out so well, so what we end up doing is we consider other options, then we have to search for something in the room that'll help us out. I think we end up picking up like a bottle of acid or something like that we then throw. I think this is it, and that's what enables us to get out. So what we actually need to do is, notice our darkening meter is at 0%. If I pick on something and it's not that, it'll go up by 30%. So what we need to do is actually get to 100% darkening while we're just chilling here. So this should be the final straw, and this will get us this different wrong ending. So it's a decayed skeletal corpse. There's nothing about its outward appearance that gives any clear indication of age or gender. Was that it? That only went up by 2%? Of course, game. Of course, the one thing I choose. The windows or panel don't seem to have any meaning of being opened.
今は夜なのかな。
It's pitch black outside. I guess it must still be nighttime. Did we hit 100%? It sounds like it to me.
早くしないと男の人が起き上がっちゃうよ。
If I don't hurry, he's going to get up. It sounds like he got up to me.
意識が。
What's going on? Am I fainting? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not, I don't think that's gonna turn out so well for you, Yuka. I couldn't move any part of my body. I just fallen completely limp, and my vision had gone black. I felt like I was being swallowed up by the darkness, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. It was seeping into every part of me. Big brother, help! And there's our wrong end. Really short, really quick, nothing too crazy. I think it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's probably not a very common wrong end to get, in my opinion, and it's not like it's a huge branch or anything like that. But yeah, that was the second wrong ending for this chapter, and we've got wrong end number 3 left. So I will see you guys in that wrong end. So I think we've activated the wrong ending. I think we came to the death room before we met with Sachiko, and we inspected the cabinet, and she's like, oh, if someone were to come here, like, I could definitely hide here, but I should get out before. And then it seems like she's locked in. And I think we ended up getting out last time by inspecting the nail puller. But I believe we get the wrong end if we, what's it called? Let our darkening get to 100%. We'll like take the stone or something like that. See if that works.
思いっきりドアを叩く。よし。
I think we tried this last time. It didn't work. Yeah, I remember that. Let me see here. How's our darkening at now? Yeah, it's at 30%, so it seems like the other one. Let's see here. Thoroughly decomposed remains. We'll just, I don't know, look at this again. Fairly large stone, sure. We'll take the stone. Okay, and we'll just do this again. Same deal, I'd imagine. We'll take the stone again, and we get another 30%. And I think this should be our last one that's going to put us over the edge. Let's take the stone, and here we go. We get our last wrong end.
これで思いっ
If I
きり
bangs against the door, etc., etc., we're going to hear him yell. He's not going to be too happy about that, naturally.
音を出した。
And here we go. I quietly and gently return the stone to its original spot. And it seems like the giant man has had enough. He said, no more banging that stone against the door. It's disrupting all of the dead down here.
なんだろう。意識が。
Oh no, Yuka, you can't faint again. That didn't work out so well last time. What's going on? Am I fainting?
苦しい。苦しいよ。お兄ちゃん。
It hurts. Big brother, it hurts. I couldn't move any part of my body. I just fallen completely limp and my vision had gone black. Is this the same deal? I felt like I was being swallowed up by the darkness and there was nothing I could do to stop it. It was seeping into every part of me. Big brother, help. And that's it. Okay, so admittedly some pretty lackluster wrong ends. I can't imagine every wrong end is going to be, you know, some long 10-minute cutscene branch of the story with some character development or something like that, or, you know. So I'm not, like, too surprised, I guess, or I'm not, like, blaming Corpse Party for having certain wrong ends that literally only last, like, you know, 20, 30 seconds. But I believe then we have all of the wrong ends up until this point in the game. So let's check just to be safe. But I think we've got them all, and if so, then we are finally ready to move on to Chapter 7. Thank you guys so much for being so patient. I know I've started playing Ultra Despair Girls at this time, and that's, you know, reduced the frequency of Corpse Party uploads. And of course, we had to go through Chapter 3, Chapter 5, and Chapter 6, and Chapter 2. Lot of long chapters for these alternate endings. They've been a little bit difficult. I've had a little bit of difficulty motivating myself to record these because they do tend to take a while. But we are finally done. We can get to this last chapter. I'm really pumped, and I hope you guys are too. As you can see, we've finished all of the endings, all the true endings for everything up until this point. So when we do finish this chapter because I know we'll probably end up getting the wrong end before getting the true end, we should pretty much be done with the main game, and it's been pretty cool so far. Then obviously there's a bonus sort of chapter thing. I don't know exactly what's going on here in the bonus section. What is going on? Unlock status, Gallery of Spirits, Cursed Phonograph, EVP machine. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. I'll definitely want to check all this out afterwards, so don't worry, I'm not going to leave this out. It's definitely part of the game, and it's something I've been, working towards as a bit of a completionist with all these, name tags and everything. Hopefully I've gotten them all, but who knows. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these wrong ends. I hope you guys enjoyed that special cutscene. Thank you to those of you that commented saying I should do that. It was a really cool thing to look into, so I'm glad we did that. But anyways, until the next episode, when we start Chapter 7, this has been Night Zero, and this mission is complete.